Yuan ritual workshop. I would like to first introduce the members of the group. So we have 3 members in the group. First, Mr. Thongsy, Souamoua, and myself, Mr. Phatthana. So this is about the audit of my presentation. We are talking the topic 6 topics. The first one is about the overall information about the community. So the community is named Nātān community, located in the east part of Luang Prabang province. Is a village surrounded by mountains and a very beautiful landscape, and it's 20 kilometers away from the city. So the community mainly from Singhwan. So in terms of the livelihood, they are farmers and working on the rice field. So for the characteristic and the values of the worship. So the ritual worship is about honoring the sacred spirit, is calling the ancestor spirit or dead relatives, and include the Naga that is now protecting the whole city to receive the offering from community. So the purpose of this ritual worship is to request the sacred spirit to protect the village, the family, and the house, and also to call for rain to drop and during the seasonal period. So every year we organize this workshop twice in June and December every year. So each time we have different ceremony, because in June of the year we sacrifice 1 dog, 2 pigs, 1 chicken, and 1 duck. In December we sacrifice only 1 chicken and eggs. For the rest, for the verbal and the praying, they are the same. So in terms of the transmission method, so this practice has been transmitted since our ancestor. There has been still practiced continuously up to now, up to today. So the transmission method is about mouth to mouth and from the observation. So the second topic is about the issues and the threat to the community, especially the ICH. So we have the 3 main issues. The first one, the space to practice the ritual workshop has been threatened by different factors, from the human and animal. For example, for human factor, it's about the livelihood of community, because the community are mainly farmers. So there is a need to expand the area for the farming, because normally the area for the workship are located in the area where it's not classified as the conservation area. There are so encouragement of, and especially the hunting people, and sometimes some big size animal and close to the area because there are no fences. Second is about the modernization of the society, that make the change in the practice of the ritual worship. So in the past, the external village could not get into the community or can go to the community. So during the ceremony, the villagers will use the wood to put as a fence. In other words, so the insider can go out, and the external people cannot get into the community. Now they are allowed to, they get allowed to get into the image, but providing they cannot get to the house, otherwise they'll be fined. And the last one is about the change in livelihood of community livelihood. So if you compare with the past, there's quite a lot of changes. Just for the young people in the past, they used to live in the nature, so working on a rice field, and they were linked to the ritual worksheet by observations. But for the youth nowadays, they have some they change in the behavior. So they move from the community and to find a job or to find a better life or better livelihood, and they are now very far from the ritual worship. So most of the young people do not understand the value and the significance of this stewardship. So the first topic is about the objective of this project. So this project have 4 main objectives. The first one is to transmit these fine traditions to the next generations. So we want to mobilize the youth to be more interested in these activities or the practice. Secondly, to enhance the community solidarity. And thirdly, to organize a workshop to provide, to advocate this activity to the community. So after we gather the data and the information, we want to organize a workshop within the community with the participant of the head of village or the other people who provide advice and the knowledge to the community. And the members of the community will attend this workshop and to express their views and comments and feedback. So the last objective is to document the different steps of this practice. So in this regard, we are going to use the gathered data information to publish in the book, to store in the community, because if the elderly people pass away, so at least we have the documented data. So in order for the community not to forget this practice, so they can read and they can review this documented data. So the fifth topic is about the plan to get for data collections. So before we go to the field, so we make a plan to we plan the target groups, which is the village head of village, the front, the Lao front, and the other people. So it's about the target group that from whom we are going to gather the information. So in terms of the time frame for the project, it's about 2 months. So for the activities that we plan to carry out during the data collection, the first one, we are going to the field to observe and to record everything that we observe, especially regarding the intangible heritage. We are going to conduct interviews with the community, especially with the stakeholders, and we record pictures, video, and sound for the data collection. So in terms of the budget, we have calculated the budget that we need for this project. So overall, the total budget we need to have for this project is $1,800 for this project. So for the last part of my presentation is about the expected outcome from this project. So first of all, in order to make the community to be close to enhance the solidarity within the community, and to facilitate the knowledge of external people, and to provide the opportunity to the young people to learn and transmit these traditions. And the last one, and for the community to be proud of these fine traditions. So I have come to the end of the presentation, and I would like to thank you for your kind attention. Very, very good. ก็ถือว่าเป็นความคิดโครงการในหนึ่งที่น่าสนใจหลายซึ่งว่าก็ถือว่ามีงบประมาณบ่หลายปานใดสำหรับหัวข้อดังกล่าวนี้
The first commentator would be Mr. Juan Camilo Gaviria. Juan is a cultural attaché from the embassies of the Republic of Colombia to Thailand in Bangkok. And then the second commentator would be Tan Sang Thong Luang, the Deputy Director from World Heritage Office in Luang Prabang. And then the third commentator would be Tan Kun Sirisak from Sirinthorn Center, please. Now, Kwon, you go first, please.
Kwon, you have already unmuted.
Yeah, I have. I don't know why. Can you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Okay. I didn't really hear Pan talking right now, but I guess that she's asking for my feedback.
Yes, please.
Okay. So first of all, my sincere congratulations to you guys. I think sometimes when we are talking about ICH, we tend to forget the emotional component that is behind. You are honoring your ancestors, and for that I admire you, and I thank you. Not even because I'm not even being a Laotian, I'm a Colombian, but I thank you because you are maintaining a part of history alive, and I can't wait to go there and to witness this beautiful ritual that happens twice a day. I think okay, you have several concerns. You want to engage youth, and as I understood, I think you also want to draw some externals to come and visit. And you have these ideas about how to record or how to document this practice with the community. First of all, I think that you have to make the young population of the village fall in love with the project. I mean, you need them on your side, right? So what I would do is I would always ask for support in schools, or the local school. I would talk to a teacher and I would tell them to give you maybe some time, a little time in the class, and for you to talk. You have to make this project appealing to youth, because sometimes youth can be distracted by other things, technology, video games, or whatever. So this has to have something that appeals them. That's one. I think that you have to take profit also of the fact that you are very close to Luang Prabang. In difference, I mean, that's I think something that can give you certain advantage maybe to other projects that are further from Luang Prabang. Luang Prabang already attracts a good number of tourists. When it reopens, it will attract much more, I'm sure. So what I think is that if there is a tourism office in Luang Prabang, or if there is a tourism plan in Luang Prabang, it would be nice for them to know that they can visit the community to witness the festivity. So it's also trying to engage the people that already have that provide information to foreigners, to say, hey, why don't you go to the Natan village, spend a day and see how we prepare ourselves for this festival. So I think that there are, one, take advantage of that you're near a World Heritage Site. People don't only want to go when they visit the places to see the physical component of World Heritage Sites. They want to see the social fabric. So take advantage of that. Engage youth by making them make them fall in love with the project, and then that will create sense of pride. That's one of your aims. Sense of pride will come along the way, but make this project interesting for the youth, and that's all. And once again, thank you so much. I feel honored to be giving feedback to this project. Thanks.
Thank you, Kuan, for your constructive feedbacks for the youth to, for the groups to actually further incorporate and take into considerations. Next, Tan Sang Thong Luyang Kha, the Deputy Director of Luang Prabang World Heritage Office, please. Tan Sang Thong.
So very good morning to everyone. First of all, I would like to pay respect to all participants of this meeting. I also would like to express my pleasure and congratulate for all the teams for your very extensive preparation for this project. So after listening to your presentations, I understand that this is the ritual is a rite of worship in the belief. So when we talk about this belief, and especially in Natan village, because I acknowledge that, but because other villages also has this practice. So every year they will organize the ritual workshops to protect the members of the family, to avoid getting sick, or to have the happiness in the family. The second point, so as you presented in your presentation, so because in addition to the members of the family, the ceremony is organized to support the yield, the harvest, or to support to get things, which is a very good practice, a good ritual practice. So in addition to the belief, as you presented, this ritual will help the community to have a better friendship and better solidarity. So it can be reflected before we organize this activity festival. So the elderly people or the village local authority will gather and to share the responsibility, and they will share the tasks among themselves, and they make contribution to this worship. So because you said that the family will sacrifice dogs, animal. So it's about it comes from the belief, and the comes from the bottom parts of their hearts to continue to preserve these traditions. But I would like to request the team to go further because I'm concerned about the transmission of this ritual, because the transmission of the ritual, some areas they have the overall or the general transmission. In other words, the members of the community or the members of the family who would like to know, or we can transmit for those who are interested in this practice only. You could become a shaman or the master of ceremony, but some area, they are limitation because they're limited only to the members of their family only. So I would like you to study more how we can transmit to beyond the family. So the second point is about the belief. So in nowadays, with the evolution of the society, especially the young people, or the focus more on the use of technology, science. When they get sick, they use the medical or the management. What I'm concerned, because I'm concerned that in the future we become in the form, not but the contents or the belief will be disappeared. Because we need to find a way how we can preserve the matters, the contents, and the substance of the belief. In addition, because in addition to preserving the practice, we need to preserve the belief and the contents of the belief to be maintained in the community. Third point, I would like you to focus on the time frame for running for the data collection, because you plan to I think you need to find the time frame for the data collections. If you want to run the budget, we need to have more activities. For example, the evidence, the reference that link to the ritual. Do we have any reference? Or those data has been documented? Or how this ritual has been transmitted through generations? So I would like to request the team to stress more on this aspect. So thank you, Mr. Sanctor. Your feedback is very useful. So the last person, Mr. Sitisak from Silicon Anthropology Institute. Thank you. From this group, so you have very interesting data, which is the ritual worship. So what I listened from you, it's about the calling for the ancestor spirit, the earth spirit, to protect your family and to protect your house. You're concerned that this practice will be disappear one day. That's why you want to collect data and to preserve this practice and need to document this practice for the community. So I would like to congratulate for your initiatives. But the the issue that Mr. Samthong has mentioned is about the sensitivity of the data, because since this practice is linked to the community rituals, is about the general practice from the community. If you want to get the information about this practice, if it is possible, I would like you to inform the community in advance. Because because I think it's not a big community, so everyone know each other. But we need to make a kind of public announcement that to make the community what you are doing and how and that you want to collect data about the ritual, and then we have to listen to the feedback from community whether they are okay, they agree, and what kind of the information should be used internally only, and what kind of specific information they can provide, because they don't want external people to know sometimes. So we need to continue asking them if this information is disclosed to the external outside the community, to what is the scope and how those information can be used, because you talk about external visitors who want to experience. So I don't know, they are as a tourist. So we need to be in mind if you want to disseminate this practice, if there's some changes in the community. So need to anticipate how this information will be used for the external people to help to preserve and to these traditions. The second issue, it's about the because you mentioned about the publications of textbooks. So please be in mind, because I think when you collect data, you are using the digital means like a video camera, because it is acceptable to have a publication of 10 books to distribute to the community, but if you want to disseminate in digital form, so how you are going to do that? Because then you're going to use the Facebook from the community, or you can be in the means, but it can be used in the social media to tell the story to the external community that in this community we are still practicing this ritual virtue that you want to transmit and preserve. So thank you, Mrs. Tan Sitisak. So